Visual, slow aerial shot of a sprawling modern military base, armored vehicles lined up, radar towers piercing the sky. Tension-building music begins. Narrator, serious, cinematic tone. Imagine the clash of centuries. The warriors of the past marching against the might of the modern world. Spears, swords, and chariots facing fighter jets, drones, and nuclear firepower. History's deadliest armies against today's most fortified military stronghold. Who would survive? Who would fall? And what would the battlefield even look like? This is not a question of imagination. It's a thought experiment where the past collides with the present. Visual, slow fade between historical battles, Romans at Alesia, Mongols at the gates of Baghdad, Napoleon's Grand Army in Europe, then cutting to modern warships and jet squadrons. Narrator: what if Hannibal's elephants trampled across modern runways? If Alexander the Great's phalanx faced mechanized infantry? Or Genghis Khan's horsemen charged into a base bristling with drones and automated weapons? We're not asking who was strongest in their own era. We're asking, how would history's greatest armies fare against the technology of the 21st century? Let's take a journey through time and war to answer that question. Visual, cinematic shots of missile silos, armored Humvees, soldiers in high-tech gear, night vision drones scanning the terrain. Narrator: the modern military base is more than a camp. It's a fortress built with decades of warfare experience. Every inch is optimized for defense. It has radar systems that detect movement miles away, missile batteries that can strike in seconds, automated turrets that never tire, air support that can turn night into day, communication networks that control forces across continents. It is, in short, a war machine designed to survive anything the modern battlefield can throw at it. Now imagine history's finest armies approaching its walls. Visual, epic cinematic reenactments, sepia-toned, of historical armies mobilizing. Narrator: let's consider three of history's greatest forces. First, Alexander the Great's Macedonian phalanx, a tightly packed formation of men armed with 18-foot sarissas, disciplined and near unstoppable in hand-to-hand combat. Next, Genghis Khan's Mongol horsemen, fast, mobile, and masters of psychological warfare, capable of devastating entire regions with lightning raids. Finally, Napoleon's Grand Army, a massive organized force relying on coordinated artillery, infantry, and cavalry, capable of moving thousands of men in perfect synchrony. In their own times, they reshaped the world. But now they face a new kind of enemy. Visual, animation overlay showing battle movements, juxtaposed with modern radar scans and drone feeds. Narrator: Step 1. Approach. Alexander's phalanx forms its impenetrable wall of spears, moving steadily across open terrain. Napoleon's columns march in perfect cadence. Mongol horsemen sweep in from the flanks, circling, seeking gaps. But the base is not unaware. Radar picks up every movement. Spotter drones hover above. Step 2. Engagement. From miles away, missile batteries lock onto the advancing formations. Airborne drones relay targeting data to artillery units. Alexander's tightly packed phalanx becomes an instant target. One precision strike and thousands of soldiers vanish in moments. The Mongols, relying on speed and maneuver, attempt to flank, but automated defenses track them relentlessly. Even night raids are neutralized by thermal imaging and AI-guided weapons. Napoleon's Grand Army forms artillery lines, ready to bombard the defenders. Yet modern counter-battery radar locates them instantly. Within seconds, rockets obliterate their cannons. Step 3. Adaptation. History's generals are brilliant. They attempt to regroup, using deception, surprise, and sheer audacity. Hannibal's elephants charge, hoping to crush barricades. Yet, reinforced bunkers, blast-resistant walls, and automated gun systems render the charge almost meaningless. Every tactic that dominated in history is countered in seconds. The base is designed to withstand centuries of conventional assault, and this is exactly what it does. Visual: split-screen ancient battles on one side, modern defensive technology on the other. Narrator: in their own eras, these armies were unstoppable. Macedonian phalanxes overran Persian infantry. Mongols swept across Asia, outmaneuvering every foe. Napoleon crushed coalitions with strategy and firepower. But the battlefield has changed. Speed is measured in Mach numbers. Weapons strike with near-perfect accuracy. Intelligence flows instantaneously across networks. Soldiers are equipped with armor, optics, and sensors their ancestors could never imagine. The rules of engagement are no longer limited by human endurance or logistics alone, they are dictated by technology. Visual slow pan over the modern base, then fade to desolate ancient battlefields. Narrator: if history's greatest armies attacked a modern military base, the result is clear. Tradition meets technology, and tradition loses. Discipline, courage, and strategy are no longer enough. Yet the exercise is not meaningless. It teaches us something profound about human ingenuity. That progress is cumulative. That the tools of war evolve faster than valor alone. It also raises a haunting question. How would the soldiers themselves feel, those same warriors who shaped empires, facing a world where nothing they knew matters? Some would adapt, others would fall, but all would bear witness to the scale of human innovation and the terrifying efficiency of the modern battlefield. Visual: fade out to a night sky, drones scanning silently, jets streaking overhead. Narrator: history tells us that armies rise and fall, that leaders shape the fate of nations. But technology changes everything. So we are left to wonder, if the past were unleashed on the present, could any of our ancestors' greatest strategies survive? Or would modern warfare render them ghosts of a bygone era? And perhaps the more intriguing question remains, if history's deadliest armies met each other today, armed with the technology of their time, and ours, who would truly reign supreme? Visual: dramatic pause. Fade to black. Narrator whispering: the answer might surprise you. End card: what if history's armies could adapt? Subscribe to uncover the next battle of time itself.